Welcome to the DJ Insider Podcast, sponsored by Amplified Events.
It's the only podcast where we break down insider information from our weddings, experience, and advice from over 15 years in the wedding industry.
We're your hosts. I'm Mike Kane, owner of Amplified Events.
And I'm Joe Albomonte, the general manager of Amplified Events.
Let's get into it. We're back.
We're back.
Welcome.
How we doing?
Good. Coming off a not crazy, but kind of crazy weekend for February.
Yeah. What was going on?
Friday, I did the Night to Shine prom. So it's a prom for folks with special needs.
Cool.
It's really cool. The whole community comes out. There's a ton of like vendors that volunteer money and their services, and they have like karaoke. They have like a red carpet, like walk-in event. All of the attendees have like a date, sponsor, chaperone, and dance partner, you know.
Cool.
They just go all out. This was the 10th year. My first one was 2015.
You've done all 10 years?
Well, yeah, there was 2 years during COVID. It was shut down.
Okay.
Although I would have done it,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
they just didn't have it. There was one, it was online, but it was like simulcast over the entire nation.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's, other than that,
That's really
I've
cool
done
that
all
you
10
do that,
years.
yeah.
Pretty fun. It's a really exciting night, honestly. There's a lot of energy. And it was over at Valpo Nazarene Church is where they've done it every year. They have like the space for it, and it's perfect kind of location in the community. And they have like limo service that drops people off.
What?
They have like hair and makeup people, and I think there's some assistance with like tux rental or clothing. You know,
Cool.
It's pretty fun.
Did you bring photo booth? Like what'd you bring?
We do, yeah. Provide photo booth. I do uplighting, and then I DJ.
Great,
But
nice.
they have an awesome in-house system. Jonathan Hummerkhauser over there, he's like their tech director. He's got this like video wall. They have
wow.
they do video. They like have video where it's like live feed, and they'll put it on the screen of people dancing and having fun.
What?
They go. It's
Are you able to plug in? Like, do they?
yeah,
sound
literally. I
stuff?
bring my
Yeah.
booth. I bring my booth, and then they give me a power box to plug in my booth, and they give me 2 leads for my audio, and then they provide the in-house mic,
Nice.
and that's it. And
super easy then
yes,
for you too. Yeah.
yeah, and then I just mix, and it's always just a blast because it's just a full floor all night. Everybody going crazy, having a good time, and there's a lot of requests. So I have like a team of people taking requests.
Yeah, that's what I
Which
remember you
is
were saying.
awesome.
You had like
Yeah.
a table of people.
Yeah, there was
right?
like 8 or 9 people that were like just
Wow.
like taking requests and
So how many people do you think were there? Like
Maybe
it's a couple hundred?
500 or 600. Yeah, it's
Big
a
event.
full room. Yeah, it's a lot of fun and a lot of community volunteers. There's a lot of moving pieces that go into making it happen. But it's like literally I look forward to it every year. It's really a fun thing. And like I've always told Jonathan and his team over at Valpo Naz, I'm like, you guys get unlimited favors because like you're literally only asking me to do this to help other people.
Yeah.
So I always volunteer our services, our photo booth, our uplights. And it was great. It was such a
That's
great
awesome.
team and such a lot of fun. And that was a great start to the week to Friday night, you know?
sure.
And then, Saturday we did our first in-office training with our
Yes.
staff, which
Yes, we
was
did.
really cool.
That was good. Get everybody together. You got
yes.
to do some mixing.
Yeah,
bit of
mixing,
everything.
emceeing, a little bit of equipment, but a lot of like just talk about Amplified Events and kind of what our expectations are and what makes us different. And it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. It was
Got to
cool.
meet some of the new guys too.
Yes.
It was
Yeah.
great.
So that was cool. And then Dave had a father-daughter, daddy-daughter dance.
Yes.
That night, I think that went pretty well. He got tipped. He made a post. He got
Did he?
some girl tipped it. Some girl tipped him a quarter, like a
Oh,
little
yeah.
6-year-old girl. Like that is so cute.
Really cashing it in big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best tip he's ever got.
Did they have a photo booth at that event?
Yes, they did a photo booth too.
I took out the photo booth at the tasting I did on Sunday before the Super Bowl. I had a tasting early in the morning, and I took out that photo booth, and there were like red and pink, like glitter hearts, like all over the shit. I was like, "What happened?" Like, there had to have
Dave,
been.
what-
Dave, what did
took
you
it home
do
and-
last night? Yeah, but it was funny. But I was just like picking them off the base of the photo booth.
How did the tasting go? There were a lot of couples, few couples.
4 tables.
Okay. I figured there'd be less because of
Yeah, it was a
Super
lot less
Bowl
than
Sunday.
two people canceled as well. There were supposed to be 6, but 2 people canceled morning of, I believe I overheard the coordinator saying. Maybe that's not true. Or maybe it was, I don't know exactly what happened. But yeah, it was 4 couples. I ended up knowing one of the couples. I went to school with them like back in elementary school, and I was like, I thought I recognized you. But it was really good. Yeah, it was pretty chill. I had a photo booth, some uplighting just so they can kind of see it. I had one request. What's that song? That Blues Brothers Chicago song.
Oh, Sweet Home Chicago.
Sweet Home Chicago. Yeah. Long song. I don't think I knew how long that
it's like
song
8.5 minutes. Yeah, that's a while.
But the coordinator was like, anybody have any questions? And he was like, I just have one question for the DJ. And he requested that song like it was about to be over.
That's awesome.
But it was a chill couple hours. We just sat there. It was at Journeyman.
Yeah.
They have a great IPA, so made it even more enjoyable.
I love their IPA. It's so good.
So good. It's light. It's refreshing.
Yeah, they're doing a collab with Sea of Monsters, and it's really, really good.
Nice. What's that? I don't know what that is.
Sea of Monsters, I think, is a brewery. It's like a line of beers.
Cool.
Brewery. I think it's their 18th Street Brewery, but don't quote me on that. I'm 100%.
Gotcha.
But they work together, I think, with the brewery team, with the distilling team. So yeah, I believe they brewed it in house. I'm not 100%. I'm not going to talk about anyone else's business.
Pretty good though.
But that's
wherever you get it from.
Yeah. Whatever. I don't know what they're doing, but
what they're doing over there. It's like a Slurm factory.
It's
from
magical.
Futurama.
It's Slurm. It's totally Slurm. It's working.
One can only hope, right?
That's awesome. And then, of course, Super Bowl. Disappointing for the Chiefs, but yeah.
Exciting for the Eagles if you're an Eagles fan.
Go Birds, I guess.
Go Birds, go Birds.
I didn't even watch the halftime. Did you watch the halftime?
I did, yeah.
What'd you think?
I liked it. I liked it a lot. I thought it was great. I know a lot of people are hating on it now, but I thought it was really solid. I'm a Kendrick fan, though.
There was a lot of controversy about it.
I know. It was super political, so of course a lot of people didn't like it.
Yeah.
But I'm a big fan. He's always been a political artist.
Sure.
So of course it was going to have a message, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was really good. And there was this bet that my dad had in an app.
Oh, yeah, like a prop bet, like a side.
Yes, like a prop bet. It's a free thing where it's like you have to guess 10 things that Kendrick Lamar is going to do. You had to pick 3 songs he was going to do, the over and under on how many songs he was going to do, how many songs with SZA he was going to do. Like, it was this whole thing. I got 9 out of 10 right.
Oh, nice.
I would have won if I got one more right, and the only one I got wrong was that if it was Kendrick Lamar going to come out in a hoodie, and I said yes.
Oh.
And he did not come out in a hoodie, but every other question I got right.
Oh, man.
Just wanted a subtle brag, but
That's
I still
so
lost,
awesome.
So
I love kind of side prop bets like that. Like
they're good.
Odd things about the coin toss, or it just makes it much more fun.
My mom won. So they had this thing a couple years ago on FanDuel where like your first time user, you bet $5, you get a free $150.
Yeah.
But it's like $3 $50 free bets, right? So we get my mom to sign up for the app for the free bets, and she's all excited, but wants to just do the ones with crazy odds because if they hit,
huge payout.
they're huge.
But it's unlikely to hit. That's why they're giving you such great odds.
Exactly. So she put like a $10 or like one of her bets, whatever it was, on someone other than the quarterback to throw a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
Interesting.
And there they go.
Flea flicker play.
They pitched it to a tailback, and the fucking dude threw it for a touchdown to a wide receiver. My mom won $800 off of that bet.
That's awesome. Good for her.
So, like, every year, that's the tradition is, like, we'll download, and there's always a new gambling app.
Of course.
And there's always, like, a free thing. And my dad has all the apps, so we get his free code, so he gets something. We get the new app, so we get, like, the new user bonus, and we just free bet out the app. So you always win something.
They're doing. I see all these people we're doing squares, $10 a square, all that kind of stuff for the points and how it ends in and stuff.
Exactly.
At each quarter and each half and all that and final.
There's so much sports betting that goes on during. There were like dumb bets, like how many times are they going to show Taylor Swift on screen? Like there were bets like that.
That's wild. Like just on the cast of it, like how they captured.
Just because Travis Kelce was on the team.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even watch it. I went out, ran errands during that. Because I like watching the game. Ashley likes watching the commercials.
Yeah.
And we got into this whole thing. Like, would you rather there be good commercials, bad game, or great game, bad commercials? I'm like, I'm a great game guy.
Yeah.
Bad commercials guy.
Commercials.
But I understand a lot of people love the commercials. So
yeah. I didn't watch a ton of it. Like I came down for the Super Bowl to to watch it with my family.
Unfortunately, it just wasn't a very good
Or
watchable.
not the Super Bowl.
The game wasn't very
halftime
good to
show.
watch either. You know,
They got destroyed.
just crushed.
Destroyed.
I feel like a lot of the final points were kind of just pity. Like, yeah, we're not going to work that hard. You go ahead and bring in your second string and just do your thing.
Right, let them score in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we'll give them some points.
We'll
That's
give them some points. Yeah.
No sense in us getting injured.
Not at all.
Just they're dominant. They're just very dominant. Better team. But Ashley and I got into it, like not in a big way, but like I really didn't think, and shows my age, that like Kendrick Lamar, I respect him as an artist. He's very talented. I don't think he has enough hits, enough body of work to support a Super Bowl halftime show. But
he's already done a Super Bowl halftime show.
I know. And so I'm the old guy, and Ashley's like, what are you talking? Like, she took the young person kind of perspective.
Yeah, no, I'm with Ashley on this one because
controversial.
We can go with hits and we can talk about hits, but they're not hits that we would ever play at a wedding.
That's right.
Like we would never play Humble at a wedding. We would never play DNA at a wedding. We'd never play Good Kid, Mad City at a wedding. Like none of that stuff. Like it's all hits that have been on the radio for years. From like the second he started blowing up until now, he has been all over the radio and like has been a top hit maker for years.
Yeah.
It's just like, are you listening to 92.3 on the radio?
I'm not.
That's why.
I'm aware of it. Like I listen to it from time to time, but
Yeah, but I mean, all the 103.5ers, all the B96ers. I mean, all the people that listen to those and the Q101ers. Yeah, the Q101ers. I mean, they don't know the 92.3, and it's just different. I mean, I thought it was solid, so I'm with Ashley on this one.
The argument she made was like, it's not for you.
It's not.
Like, you're not the target demo here anymore. You've aged out.
Yep.
You're old news. They don't want you to watch. You're already watching. They want young people to watch, and so they want to do what is hip, what's popular, what's cool, and what, you know, that those talented artists that they're featuring. So then I brought up like Sabrina Carpenter. Does she have enough like music in her body of work to do a Super Bowl?
No, I think she has 3 hit songs.
So then I was like, okay, so there is some standard here.
Yeah.
Because I'm used to like Prince, Rolling Stones, you know, Black Eyed Peas, you know, like.
Yeah, I mean, let's get like some.
I'm used to like the big, like just tons and tons of hits. And then they usually do a collab where there's another artist or two, which the hits is.
For sure.
You know, and Serena Williams was there.
Serena Williams was there, Crip walking.
and
Crip walking.
tennis.
And yeah, so I thought it was a wild ride. I loved it.
Again, I didn't see it, so I really shouldn't even talk about it at all. But I was like, that's a surprising choice for me.
Yeah.
For the Super Bowl.
My mom's only thing that she had to say, once again, like not someone that it was for. The only thing that she had to say about the entire performance was, I didn't know Kendrick was so short. Are you fucking, that's all you got from that whole performance was that he was short? Sure. He is 5'5", but he is kind of short.
A lot of artists do use their political light. You see it at the Oscars. You see it at a lot of these kind of events.
Exactly.
Where they know it's going to be watched by lots of people. They use it usually to make a political message.
Chapel making a political message when she won a Grammy the other day.
I don't have any problem with people doing that. That's their
Yeah.
choice as an artist, what they feel like they need to do. It's, you know, you like or you agree or disagree, but that's that artist. They feel like they need to share what's in their heart.
Yeah.
So that's
and their
what it
fan
is.
base will hear it.
That's it.
Whether or not anyone outside the fan base does or judges or this or that. Like most of the time those messages are for their fan base.
That's what artists do. That's kind
Yeah.
of what we're, you know, that's a part of what we're paying them to do is to share their art, to share what's on their heart, what influences their work, what they're passionate about. That's part of it.
Exactly. I agree.
If you don't like it, you know, don't watch. I don't.
Or you don't have to listen to that artist.
or disagree, and we live in a
Yeah.
great country where you can do that. You know,
Exactly.
But I just think it's so funny that that even in our house we were divided on.
Yeah. That was
I was like,
I
you
can
know,
feel
I
the
just-
tension. And my brother is like a Drake fan. And I am so not, like, say what you will. Like, I am not a fan. And I was like, God, I hope he does the song. I know he's going to do the song, like where he literally calls him up pedophile,
Yeah.
like in front of everybody. And I was just waiting for it. And like the second it like started, my brother looked at me. It was like the dirtiest look. Like he was mad. Like there was this tension. And I was like, I am I am in a not comfortable place right now. Like my parents definitely don't like it. My brother's eyeballing me because he loves Drake, and like I'm the political one in the house. Like I'm not the one to listen. Maybe I should have watched this upstairs.
It's so funny that I mean it's somebody singing and dancing for a halftime show. Like it's
When it comes down to it, that's also what it is.
Let's not overthink it, you know. Yeah. I don't care that much.
Yeah.
I definitely don't like I see a lot of stuff like it's not for you.
Yeah.
Like it's okay if you like, you know, this type of music, it was never meant. And so when Ashley made that argument, I was like, that's the best argument you could ever make. I was like, you're right. I was like, I'm actually familiar with quite a few of his songs, and sometimes we play them at weddings, but I'm like, I'm not, this wasn't marketed for me. So the fact that I'm not a huge fan of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so funny to me that people really got bent out of shape about it.
Yeah. I mean, that's with everything. Everybody loves to share their opinion. Everybody loves to be mad online about everything these days. So, I mean, that's like, how do you stay updated on new music, like new artists, new things that come out, and like, how do you incorporate that into DJing? Because I know we've talked about sometimes new music not working at weddings. So like, how do you go about finding new stuff and like, do you add it in? You're like,
I mean, definitely listen to the radio. Definitely listen to my clients because clients are telling me, hey, we like these songs. Yeah. So if you put it down, we're going to make our best effort to play it, right? And so I'm like, oh, I haven't heard that. The first time I ever heard Uptown Funk was because it was requested at a wedding.
Really?
I was like, oh, I'll download it, you know. Yeah, sure. I was like, whatever. Up to Bruno Mars. I knew who he was, you know, and I was like, I'll try it. I was like, oh, this is kind of a hit.
It's got to be good. It's Bruno for sure.
And then, I'll do, the TikTok, Instagram Reels, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. A lot of people they'll put their artists will put their songs up.
For sure.
And I found a lot of music that way. And actually, Chum and I two weeks ago, we went to a concert, Fulton Lee, basically a guy I found on Instagram.
I also saw him on TikTok. Like the first time I ever saw him.
We went and saw him live. It was fantastic.
Nice.
It was just an incredible. He put so much into that show. I mean, like in between every song, he was doing like little skits or little bits or little things.
Cool.
To make
Where was it at?
It was at Lincoln Hall, Chicago.
Cool. Nice.
But it sounded just absolutely incredible. It was a packed house. Everybody was singing and dancing. He does this kind of like bubblegum. It's like bubblegum jazz or funk, you know?
Yeah.
There's a lot of just funky vibes to it, but just beautiful. He sings very high falsetto. He's a young dad. He's got 2 girls but yeah, he's just an artist. Like it was really cool. Just a powerful show. But anyway, like, I first heard about him just by scrolling, TikTok and Instagram and seeing like a little skit he put together of his music. Yeah. And then I'm like, well, I'm going to go to Spotify and listen to his stuff. And then I became a huge fan of his work. And then I'm like, when is he going to be touring? And then I found, he's touring. I'm going to buy tickets. And I went,
Yeah, I love that.
So that's how I do it. I don't, I used to go, I love live music, so I love to go see as much as I can.
Yeah.
But, being a dad and working on the weekends, it's kind of hard to find the time to go see.
Especially we work on Saturdays a lot. That's when
insane.
shows are. That's when I'm going to, when I want to go to a show.
Yeah.
It's like a Saturday night. And of course we can go on a Friday, but I got to wake up early on a Saturday and do a whole wedding. So I get that too. It's like, I want to go see live music, but I just can't do it.
Yeah.
And I got to travel most of the time.
And I'm old. Like, I want to be in a place where, like, it was standing room only, but we stood back near the sound booth guy, which I'm like, it's going to sound the best right here. And he's touring, Fulton is touring with his own sound engineer, so it sounded amazing because it was like, that guy is literally being paid to make it sound good, make their sound good, and he's working with them every weekend or every show. And I was like, I always because I'm a DJ and I care about how things sound. If I can, I go up and I meet the sound guy. Like a lot of people go meet the artist. I go meet the sound guy, and I go, dude, it sounded,
Yeah.
And he was like, dude, thank you so much. He like fist pounded me like.
Side note off of that, something that I hated about the Super Bowl halftime show was the sound mixing.
Was it bad?
Dude,
again, I didn't watch it, so I couldn't tell you.
For the first 2 minutes, like whatever channel we were watching on, you could hear nothing.
Oh my.
You could hear, like, the mic was muted almost. And like you could hear that they were saying something, but you couldn't hear shit besides music. It was just loud music with no vocal audio.
Oh man.
And I've seen clips of it after, like on TikTok and Instagram as well, where like it sounds great. Like it sounds mixed really well. Maybe it was the channel. Maybe it was just like the feed that we were
that you're
getting.
watching it had a bad
But
feed.
it was awful.
Yeah. I can't imagine everything that must go into a live performance in front of, multiple millions of people. And the sound and video and lighting guys that go into that is insane.
Because like live sound and recorded sound is going to be different. Like how do we balance that for everybody the best possible
And then you're streaming
way?
it over the internet, over the airwaves,
on
over
several
satellites.
different services and like cameras and microphones. Like it all sounds different.
Yeah.
That's just got to be something very hard to do. So it makes sense. And I've also seen some very crispy recordings of the audio. So like, yeah, it really just does depend.
You can always fix it in post, right? You can put his actual song on there, but yeah, that's kind of how I do it.
But yeah, nice. Yeah.
Do you have ways that you keep, bringing in new artists and expose yourself to new music? Do you have strategies or things that work for you?
I would say pretty similar. Just kind of scrolling the internet, seeing like trending songs, seeing if they're good. Like the first time I heard Die for a Smile by Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga, that new song, it's super, super good. I
Really
can't
good
wait
song.
to play it next season at some weddings. Like I think it will have hit enough that we can play it now. And I don't know, like I heard that just from a TikTok and I was like, this is a great song. I want to go hear more, whatever. And then just like personally not wedding stuff, whenever I like am listening to or like watching a show, watching a movie, and like I hear a song I like and like a montage or like, I don't know, any show with music. If I like the song, I'll go look it up. Like that's what a lot of my phone is.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just jamming. Yeah.
A lot of that. It's a lot of like, I don't know. I got a lot of show tunes on my phone. I listen to everything.
Yeah.
Like I listen to anything and everything.
Same.
So I don't know. I'm not too picky. And if I hear a tune I like, I'll just add it. And then I just kind of shuffle all.
Yeah.
And then with Spotify, it always has that thing at the bottom where it's like recommended based on your liked music.
I love that.
So I just scroll through that a lot.
Do you use the AI too, where the DJ will like based on what you listen to and it'll recommend and play
Just
you
at the bottom of the playlist.
Oh, okay. You don't use the
I don't
listen.
like. Yeah. No.
Oh, I
not-
love listening to that.
Yeah.
Like where it's, hey, Michael, I got some fresh tunes.
I should do that.
It's your
No, I
typical.
haven't.
It's really cool. It's like, here's your typical Thursday vibes,
Yeah. No, I've heard. Some
It's
clips
really
of that,
good,
too.
yeah.
I haven't tried that out though.
I really enjoy it because the AI is learning me what I like and what I don't like,
I like
based
that
on.
it talks to you though. Like that is
Yeah.
so funny.
Yeah, it says my name and everything. My
Hey,
first name.
Michael. It's Wednesday.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Yeah, here's some stuff you were listening to back in 2022. Yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing.
pretty heavily. Yeah, it's. And I was like, oh yeah, it was.
But then, of course, like mine is skewed because like I listen to like sleep rain noises. So
Sure.
it's like you listen to sleep rain 651
You wanna hear this
times.
track?
You
Yeah.
want to hear this again?
I'm like that with lo-fi beats. Like at night, I just put on the lo-fi and just listen.
Similar. Yeah.
Yeah. Ashley hates lo-fi.
Really?
Oh yeah, she's not a fan.
Oh, I love lo-fi.
I love it. I love it.
I'm on your side for this argument.
My buddy Nate too. He's like not a lo-fi guy.
No?
Yeah. We did a camping trip last fall. I really just listened to lo-fi by the fire. He's like, "What is this?"
What is this?
I was like, "It's melodic beats, dude. Chill, just chill."
I'm
bro.
just trying to vibe. Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I was like. It's literally it's so I can listen to it and it's intricate and it's also so I can ignore it.
Yeah. I like to juggle the lo-fi.
He's like, "There's no words." I was like, "Nah, you don't need them."
No. Maybe like an ad lib here and there, but no melody, no.
Not having it. Is having
None of that.
none of it. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good year. We got a good team going. I think got some good things in the works. I think things are going to click.
Yeah.
Very excited about what this year has to offer. We're not too far off of our goal. We got like 85 more. We're there.
That's huge.
I think we can do.
I think so.
Getting gigs all the time, and we got a good team. I'm very excited to grow and develop this team. That was something I did notice at the training. I was just like, oh, we got some young, energetic talent here, people who really care and are excited about this work. And that's pretty dangerous.
That is pretty
You got
dangerous.
a group of 8 or 9 guys, you can knock the Ocean's 11. They robbed a whole casino.
They did do
Technically,
that.
they robbed 3 casinos.
They did.
So not that we're going to do that. We're going to rock some weddings.
Hey.
But that's very exciting to see. How,
A lot of new guys, a lot of young, excited guys. I remember being that guy.
Yeah.
Like, I was that for a while, and I'm still excited about it. But like, I was a young guy. Now I feel like an old guy mentally. Maybe not too old, but
Well, I mean, I mean, your time. I've known you what? I don't know, 9, 10. Was it 2016?
this is coming on 10 years. This
10
is
years.
the 10th
2015 is when I
season.
met you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so yeah, you've been DJing pretty much every season, at least. Yeah, assisting DJing, or DJing, and yeah, it's been a long time, and so now it's going to be like, oh, you have that confidence that comes from like, oh, no matter what it is, I can handle it.
Yeah.
So it's going to be fine. And so then it kind of becomes a fun game when you meet with your couples. Like, you know,
It's different. It's fun. It's exciting.
What's going to be the fun, new, exciting thing about the couple?
Yes.
That I can use what I know to help them have an amazing day.
I agree. It's a lot of freedom in that. I do get to have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And just
there's
like,
something that clicks that you don't always get in every job. They're like, oh, actually, I'm good at this. I like doing this. I've had enough experiences now where like I can talk confidently like an expert.
I agree.
And I'm confident that we're gonna crush it, you know.
All the time. I love it. Yeah. Like what's advice that you would give to a new DJ? Like one of I guess even our DJs or any new DJs that are listening, like aspiring DJs, what's the one best advice that you would give?
It's so tough because in some ways I'm like, don't overthink it.
Yeah.
However, I know there's enough new guys, and I've seen them. Where like, you probably should spend some time thinking.
Should maybe
about
overthink
this.
it for like a season.
You need to. Once you have established where you are well prepared, I mean, over prepared. Like to me, it's always better to be a very disciplined DJ. Over prepare yourself. Yeah. You don't want to risk letting them down. Yeah. And if you have developed that pattern, then it's okay to like let loose, relax a little bit, because you know you've got it.
Yeah.
You know, you prepare 3 or 4 backups to your whole DJ setup. Like you may not need 3 or 4 of those every wedding, and so you recognize, okay, some of this
you don't need any of them, and just use the one that your main one. But
that's it.
But you have them, and you're prepared for that, and you have other equipment, and like even when the wedding goes wrong, it's still gonna go right. Yeah. Because you've done everything that you can do to make it go right.
So that's a big part of it. The other thing is, I mean, this is kind of what I told our team on Saturday, is like really the key to our success is our relationships.
Agreed.
Is really taking time, getting to know people, but not like in a way they're like you're trying to make it a new friend, and to really take that seriously. And then the idea is that if you do that enough and you honor those friendships and those relationships, by that I mean like, you know, you show up, you do what you say you're going to do. You be somebody who's reliable. Yeah. You don't lie to people. You don't take advantage of people. You show up and give extra whenever you possibly can. You do that enough times, you develop a reputation and you develop friendships where you get excited. Now, I used to hate going to bridal shows. I used to hate it because it's like, it's just, we're going to be talking to lots of people and we're going to have the same conversations, and a lot of people are not sure what they want yet, and they're not even giving me a chance to have a real conversation. I just got to, what's your date, and here's what we do, and here's what we're about, and here's our pricing, and you know, and bye, it's nice to meet you, you know. And there is some of that. But what I love now is like there's so many people that I know from industry that have had just so many fun things that have happened. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, I just saw you last week and good to see you again. And you look forward to the friendships you've made with the other vendors, with the venues. I don't know, just develop strong relationships with your couples, develop strong relationships with your venues, with your vendors. And you know, be someone that's young DJs, I'd say be someone who people get excited that, oh, you're on this wedding?
Yes.
Have that response be.
Or the venue's like, oh, thank God you guys are here this week.
Yeah. It's kind of like, now that I'm a dad, it's kind of like raising kids. And I want to raise my kids where people are delighted when they walk into the room.
Yeah.
You know?
That makes sense.
Versus like, oh, this kid.
Oh, these shitty kids.
Yeah, this person, like they're annoying, they're difficult, they're terrible, they're, you know, obnoxious. What, you know, you want people to be delighted by your kids, but you want to be delighted by your work.
For all of it.
And that's infectious. That's really infectious. When you start to work with people, oh, this is so fun. And work is hard. Work can be stressful, and it doesn't have to be all the time if you take your work seriously in a way, and then not seriously. You know, it's that weird balance. I don't know. That's kind of where I'm coming from. I think people who do this for a living understand what I'm talking about. Yeah. If you're brand new to DJing, if you're brand new to weddings, or you're planning your wedding, it may not click? Like, why wouldn't you take that well, because, some things it's like things are going to go wrong, and
Yes.
that everything can't be perfect, but you can make it perfect, and you can
Yes.
smooth it over where nobody will know, and you can make it great, and you can make the ultimate goal, which is to help people make these amazing memories on this very special day in their lives.
Yeah, be on their team. Let them know that
That's it.
you're not there to ruin their day, sabotage their day. Like
Far from it.
Yes, I am on your team, guys. Like I want you to have the best wedding possible. No matter what I can do, that's what I'm hired to do.
Yeah. And I always had people, oh, thank God you're here.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing.
We had these DJs last weekend. The music was so loud, and they wouldn't turn it down, and they stayed they played a half hour extra, and they wouldn't, leave and
leave. They just kept going.
they messed up all the things, and it just didn't listen to anybody. They were difficult to work with. Yeah, that's what I would say to a young person looking to do this is, take yourself and your work seriously, but don't take it so seriously that it impacts that you're the only person there who matters.
Yeah.
You
in fact, you don't matter.
Yeah.
Like the only people that matter are the bride and groom and their family, of course, and the venue. But your ego as a DJ does not matter. Leave that at the door. Do exactly what they want. If they ask for something and you're in the middle of a song and they ask for something,
give it to them.
Give it to them. Sure, you can be annoyed that you were in the middle of a mix and about to go somewhere else, but don't present that outwardly. Just do your job. It's not that deep. Do exactly what the couple wants, and they'll have a great time.
Yeah.
I always tell people too, you can afford to make a couple mistakes mixing if you're on the couple's good side. If you are friends with them, they understand. They know that mistakes happen too, but
we're human.
We're human.
Right.
They need to see that side too, though.
Yeah.
That you're human, and we're here to help. We're here to make your day great.
Yeah. But if you taking advantage of people, you're lying to them, you're overcharging them, you're tricking them, you don't follow through on what you say.
Yeah.
You don't spend the time to listen to what they want. You don't write it down, make note of it, and make it happen to the best of your ability. Yeah, nobody's going to care, and they're going to nail you to the wall on every little thing. But generally, one or two things goes wrong every wedding, and it's not always DJ wise. It's just wedding wise or timing wise, or there's something weird, right? People rip their pants, or people forget something, or it takes a little bit longer to do something than you thought, and so you have to adapt and be flexible. But I think if you have a positive professional attitude about it, you're gonna be fine. And
Agreed.
the whole point is, if you take this seriously, you'll incur that stress. You'll suck it up. You'll soak it up and prevent the couples from feeling that. And just, hey, your job is just to enjoy yourself and have fun. And we're going to take care of you. That's all.
I agree.
Yeah. I don't know. The longer I do it, the more I'm like, oh, that works with everybody. I go talk to people before they give a speech now. I'm like, hey, you nervous about the speech?
Yeah.
Have you written anything? I'm like, you're going to be great. It's going to be okay. If you get stressed, I've never seen anybody upset that you ended too soon. So if you don't know what to say or you get overwhelmed, it's okay to
cheers.
say,
Yeah.
I love you both. Congratulations.
Agreed.
That's it. But yeah. Well, yeah, this, we don't have too much this weekend. Valentine's.
Yeah, we're off. Yeah,
we're off. So it should be good. And then weddings after that. And we're going to back into it. I got a triple header the weekend after. So it's wedding, bridal show.
Bridal show. I think.
Bridal show, yeah. So it's going to be fun.
I'll be with you. Absolutely.
We're going to hate each other.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for listening and
Thank
for
you
supporting
again.
us. And we will see you at your wedding.
Have a good one.